Dr. Page, can you explain to us why it was important to have the auntie here? What does it mean for the results?
Well, what we did was we traced Auntie Lenora's maternal ancestry. And so Michele will be getting the ancestry of her paternal grandmother. In order to get her paternal grandmother's ancestry, we needed her aunt to take the test.
Okay, so I don't know, shall we start?
Hey, you're the boss. Can't wait. Tout
All
le monde est
right.
impatient.
We are ready.
Everybody's ready?
On est prêt.
This is it, Dr. Page.
Okay, so using DNA that we obtained from your cheek swabs, we were able to find matches with your maternally inherited DNA among the Mende people living in the present day country of Sierra Leone.
Monday.
Monday.
And
Sierra
so
Leone.
what
Yes.
that means is there are Mende people living there today who share the same maternally inherited DNA as you. And as all of the people who are a descendant of your mother and your grandmother. And this is important because what it shows us is that actually our DNA carries the memory of our maternal ancestors. So you have the exact same maternally inherited DNA as that woman who was captured and stolen from what we know to be present day Sierra Leone and then brought to another part of the world.
Wow. Wow.
Never
Sierra Leone, huh?
Sierra Leone Mende. Okay.
Auntie, how you feeling?
Well, it's a surprise because we were always thought that we were from some other place, never Sierra Leone. But it's exciting to know where we really came from. Yes.
Do you have any questions?
So, well, I'm going to ask my aunt since she's my elder. Where were we told that we were from? Did you have any stories from grandmother?
Not really. There were vague, references of an Ibu tribe, but nothing really concrete because I don't think they really knew their ancestry. So we didn't really get any confirmed information about where we came from.
Oh, and by the way, doctor, I'm sure you know that anybody who, and I think it's with your company too, anybody who has Sierra Leone descent, you guys get a free passport. You get a passport from the country, Sierra Leone. I think they give you a passport if you can prove that you have your descendant from that country.
Yeah, that is a program that they started in 2020 and have done for the past several years. They've granted citizenship to people who've traced their ancestry to the country of Sierra Leone. Yes. I do want to also just add that we looked at one branch of your family tree. So while your maternal ancestor shares ancestry with those Mende people living in Sierra Leone today, you have other ancestors that came from other places. We just did not identify those ancestries because we only looked at one branch of your tree.
Now, Dr. Page, forgive my ignorance, but I have this question, and I know when we hear some of this revealed, of origin, sometimes we tend to have the majority, which in this case is Sierra Leone, but do we have some other numbers or some other places, maybe some low percentage maybe that you guys see, or not at all?
We don't do a percentage test. We are looking at the ancestry of one branch of your tree. So if you think about your tree as having 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, and you go back 10 generations, you have 1,000 ancestors. We've looked at the ancestry of one of those her maternal grandmother and her mother and her mother. So we didn't look for all of her ancestry.
Okay.
We just looked for her maternal ancestry,
Right.
which will only be found in one place.
And that makes so much sense. But Michele and Auntie Leonora, how did this feel now that, I heard Auntie Leonora say we didn't have a clue that this was from Sierra Leone. How does that feel now when you hear this? Outstanding.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know much about Sierra Leone, so I have to really now go and research it to see where I really came from and get feeling for what my ancestry is really all about.
And also the ethnic group, I think, is very important. It's Monday, you know, because
Monday.
sometimes
Yeah.
Monday,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can find those groups
Right,
in different
groups.
countries too. So that group is very important.
Oh, that's an interesting point. That
And Michelle, you originally thought you were from, you told us about Igbo, right? I heard you
Right.
said about Igbo.
right,
Maybe
because
on the
Yeah.
other side.
I do have family in Nigeria from the father of my children.
Right.
He's Igbo. And when he had first come to visit Trinidad, he says, my goodness, this really feels like Igbo land. A lot of these folks feel like Igbos. And he couldn't really explain what it was, but he just felt that a lot of people from Trinidad were probably Igbo descent. But, you know,
Now, how you feeling now? That's what I want to know.
me, how
Yeah.
do I feel
Yeah.
about the Mende? It's
Yeah.
a mystery. I really don't know the ethnic groups in Sierra Leone. So this is a whole new perspective. But like Dr. Page said, it's one branch, but it is our maternal branch. So that's really exciting to know that the maternal branch actually was Mende. And then, of course, any other heritage we have, we'll just have to look out for it and see whatever other branch we do have. But yeah, I'm going to explore the Mende and see what they were about.
Yeah.
Dr. Page, I have a quick question before we go. So I remember you said that for African, African history, we cannot do it. But I want to know, for first and second generation African living here, for example, is there a way that using the DNA can help us find relatives, African American relatives?
Yes, so our company doesn't offer that service, but if you have a large database of African American DNA, then anybody could compare their DNA to the DNA in that database, and then look for familial matches. So that certainly is possible. You just have to be willing to allow a company to keep your DNA and then make it available for matching purposes.
So for you to do that, you would have to keep everybody's DNA and
Yes.
keep Africans' DNA and African Americans' DNA and then compare them.
Exactly. And African Ancestry is the only company in the industry that does not keep or monetize or sell or share our customers' DNA. What we found is that our community is very sensitive to making sure that their genetic information is handled with respect and integrity.
Wow.
And so we've chosen not to do that. However, that is certainly something that, were there enough demand for it, is possible.
Oh, well, thank you for bringing that to light, that, it's deeper than that. People can do a lot of things with those DNA information that you guys, make sure that you don't. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Page. Thank you so
you.
much for helping us.
And congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
God.
Your Monday warrior.
Wow.
All
Thank you,
right.
Auntie.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Wow. This is just great. And
I-
to know, Michelle, that you're from the Monday, which is a warrior, the warriors, les guerriers, comme on les appelle. Hein. Ben oui, oui, oui.
The Monday.
Yeah.
That's what
Azuma had to tell me that. I said, yeah. So just so you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, no doubt. That's where it comes from.
That's how you come from.
I have it, and my aunts have it.
Yeah, Sunjata Keita and all those names. Huh?
They were
They're all
Monday.
They were
Monday.
Mondays. That's why. Yeah.
Also, in today's world, we're saying Sierra Leone, but Mende actually, they were from, those borders are more recent.
Of course, it was bigger than that.
Right.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was the
an
whole
empire.
empire. It was not
That
just
makes
a little.
sense. Okay.
So
Monday,
you're
Monday,
from a
c'est la même
very,
chose.
you're from a really big. From now on, I'll respect you even more.
Uh-oh.